Okay, and how have you been involved in the Equality and Diversity Innovation Fund?
Well, it started when I was actually contacting the headmistress of the college, because I wasn't really happy with some of the language I was being thrown around by students. And then it sort of snowballed from there, really. I was talking about getting an LGBT group started up, and that sort of rolled into, then we actually got people involved with it. It sort of snowballed. We got peer mentorship started, we've got e-safety for LGBT learners now, and planning to do a lot more in the future as well.
I was going to ask you, what kind of impact has the project had? What have you noticed that's kind of changed in the college?
Well, there's been a lot more debates about LGBT in the college, especially with the council. And we're planning to do a lot more. We actually think about an equalities group instead of just an equalities and diversities council member, which I was. But I say it's all getting on pretty well, actually.
I mean, you're smiling there. I mean, is there a bit of a story to tell about how it was before it started and how it is now?
Well, I say I was just in college one day, and one of my lessons I was involved in a completely different set of people involved. Just a group of guys just saying basic things, calling each other gay, faggot, that sort of thing, and that's what I'm happy with. So I talked to the principal. It was very, very interesting what I had to say. So yeah, it was. And most of that language is, from what I see, like being on a foot soldier around the college pretty much. It's all starting to wear down now.
How do you go through something as complicated as changing the way people talk, and you can almost hear their responses before you even start the conversation is, oh, we don't mean anything by it? Well,
I think it's more actually getting people to actually talk about it, because most people shy away from the issue. It's politically incorrect to talk about the issue when if it's a good debate about it, it doesn't matter what your views on it. It's actually being informed, learning more about it, which is something we're trying to bring in a little bit more with the college as well.
And kind of how did those sort of people respond themselves, the ones that you'd first heard using that language?
Well, ones I first, but I haven't talked to them in a while, the first people, but from what I'm hearing around the college, it's getting a lot of good positive reviews anyway.
Good stuff. And how do you think this kind of model... Sorry, I'm going to move that because you've suddenly got a balloon coming out of your head.
Oh, no.
There you go, we don't want that. And how do you think this model might work in other colleges and other places?
I think it would... Well, Huntingdon town is just a little factory town. It's... Some part of it is right-wing, a lot of people vote UKIP, that sort of thing. And if we're able to actually get this amount of debate talking and this amount of acceptance, which we've got from the college, I don't see why it couldn't work in any other college as well.
Okay, and what about yourself? What difference has it made to you? How much have you learned? How much have you changed?
Oh, I've learned quite a lot. I say I've been getting into the equalities programme a lot more now, and it's interesting. That's the whole reason why I'm here, to be honest, is just to learn a little bit more, because it really is interesting to see everyone's different cultures, even as not LGBT, because we've got a lot of people here as well. And I say it's made me a lot more open-minded, not just about LGBT subjects, but a lot about other things as well.
Okay. And what about, has it kind of influenced what you may like to do with a career or in the future?
Well, I'm in IT for college at the minute, but it has given me a couple of second thoughts about the future, definitely.